Assalamu alaikum students, this is the video lecture number 2 for biology's 9th class week 10 task 1, and in this lesson I will describe about the pharynx and esophagus. During swallowing, the bolus is pushed to the back of the mouth by tongue. When tongue pushes this bolus, the soft palate also moves. So here is the bolus, and during swallowing, this soft palate will move upward and to rear. In this way, the opening of the nasal cavity is closed. When swallowed, the bolus passes pharynx to enter esophagus. This pharynx has adaptation to prevent the entry of bolus particles into this trachea. This is windpipe. So during swallowing, there is a chance of this bolus to enter into this trachea. So here is an adaptation. This trachea is windpipe to the lungs. During swallowing, this larynx, which is the top of trachea, moves upward and forces this glottis, which is a flap of cartilage, into horizontal position. Thus, this glottis is the opening of this trachea. It will close the opening of this trachea. And the beginning of swallowing action is voluntary. I mean to say that it is under the will of human. But once food reaches the back of the mouth, swallowing becomes automatic. So here there will be no will. After being swallowed, the food enters the tube called esophagus, which connects this pharynx to stomach. This pharynx and esophagus does not contribute to the digestion. These provide only the connection. These only pass the bolus and the food that is coming from this mouth. And here the previous digestive action of saliva continues. So now I will discuss about peristalsis, which moves the food from this oral cavity to this part, from this part, from this, then this and this and this rectum. So peristalsis moves food from this oral cavity to the rectum. Peristalsis is defined as the wave of contraction and relaxation in the smooth muscles of alimentary canal walls. So this is the whole is the alimentary canal. So here will be the contraction and relaxation of smooth muscles. This is peristalsis, the mass of food which is bolus. It enters into this tube, muscles relaxed, then muscles contracted, then the direction of food movement will be from this towards lower side. I have discussed about human digestion, the stages of nutrition, steps of digestion in an animal, human alimentary canal, the digestion in oral cavity, Digestion in the mouth, including mastication, chemical digestion, and the contribution of salivary amylase. The digestion in mouth, involving oral cavity, mastication, and the movement of bolus in stomach by muscles contraction and relaxation and peristalsis, and esophageal stage of swallowing. And now it's time to discuss the home tasks for the day 1. You have to read and memorize the concepts from textbook pages 157 to 159. You have to write about the phases of digestion in human. You have to define alimentary canal, write about the selection, grinding and partial digestion in oral cavity, write about swallowing and peristalsis in pharynx and esophagus. Thank you and have a nice day.